Hello there, men, and welcome to the Masculinism Movement channel, a place for men to be men and talk about masculinity and men's issues. I'm your host, Brian Crawl, and today I'm going to be mansplaining to you about how women view niceness as weakness. But first, allow me to direct your attention to the like button right there. That's really helpful to the channel, just so you know. Now, how many times have you been nice to a woman only to get treated like shit in return? Do you ever wonder why women aren't actually attracted to nice guys, even when they say that is the kind of guy they want? Ever wonder why when you start being nice to a woman, she will assume you're either a weak, subservient type of man who is just there to do her favors and will treat you as such? Or worse, she will think it is a sexual manipulation tactic you are using instead of flirting, which she will treat with suspicion and defensiveness, even though you may have just been being polite. These behaviors are insights into female nature, and what they teach us about it is that one way or another, women view niceness as weakness, because they themselves would only be nice to someone when they have an ulterior motive and want something from them, or are trying to manipulate and exploit them. This is due to them being physically weak and unable to do certain things for themselves and needing men for their physical strength and other ergonomic resources. So whenever you are nice to a woman, she either sees you as a predator or prey. And if she doesn't already like you, this niceness will make you unattractive to her. And it will make her react in any number of unpleasant ways, from leading you on and using you until she is done with you and then discarding you and breaking your heart, to accusing you of sexual harassment or rape. Most women, especially feminists, will surround themselves with nice guy orbiters who they can use for favors when they need them. The kinds of supplicating beta males that put themselves into these lowly roles with them are very weak men. But even strong, dominant alpha males are in danger if they expose their vulnerabilities to a woman. For the same reasons that nice guys finish last, and women will oftentimes attack them like a lioness attacking a wounded gazelle who is lagging behind the pack, as soon as a strong man who she is attracted to shows his vulnerable side to her, she will lose attraction for him and will start going for the jugular. There is a primal instinct for this kind of power play in women, to try to find the strongest alpha male she can find to exploit the strength of and resources of and make him fall in love with her and get sexually addicted to her, only so she can cause him to become codependent upon her so that she can get full access to his resources and be able to use him more fully. Then prompt him to feel safe in opening up to her and being more vulnerable. This then completes the turning of the tables, so to speak, shifting the power dynamic in her favor and making her the dominant person in the relationship and the alpha male the submissive one, who is no longer really an alpha male but a beta male. Even though women are not attracted to weakness and nice guys, they do want to try to turn strong assholes into weak, nice guys, who they can then reject once they have used him up. This is because it makes women feel good to be so powerful as to be able to dominate and manipulate and exploit a strong man like that. So even when women say they want nice guys or want a nice guy to open up to them and be vulnerable, that does not make it true. They are just trying to find a guy to have power over. These women will behave with nice guys as though they actually despise them, despite anything they say. A woman may settle down with a nice beta male provider later in life after being run through by a train of alpha male assholes, some of which she tamed and then lost attraction to, and others which just used her sexually. But eventually she realizes that she needs to find a nice weak man who she can exploit long term for lifelong benefits. So if a woman ever does say she wants a nice guy and means it, she doesn't mean it in the way you would want to believe. She's not saying she wants a nice guy because she finds him sexually and emotionally desirable. It is because she desires what he can provide for her, his resources. She is saying it because she views his niceness as weakness to be exploited for her long-term gain. So watch out anytime you hear a woman say she wants a nice guy. This is just a trap. And in fact, you shouldn't be nice to women. You shouldn't be doing things for them and helping them when they are in need. Even feminists who say that men and women are equals still exploit men. Women are wired to relate to men in this way. Once you start doing things for a woman, she will latch on and start leeching off of you. You'll end up managing whole projects for her and doing most of the work, and she will take credit and reap rewards. Doing favors for women is a bad precedence to set and can easily become a pattern. And pretty soon you find yourself playing a role in this woman's life that should be a paid one, but is actually rather thankless. Most men will allow this simply to get closer to a woman in the hopes of sleeping with her. But she's not going to sleep with someone she views as a slave or a servant. Not until later in life, and that is when she is ready to get married and take half of your stuff. So don't be nice to a woman. Remember that they view it as weakness. And so you really cannot show vulnerability to them or do anything close to it, such as being nice. Even if they say they love you and want to be there for you, it is just a trap. Many men these days are ending up in bad situations just for being nice to women and doing things for them. So just don't do it. If a woman needs help, tell her she needs to hire someone. If you want to fuck a girl, don't try to communicate that through niceness. And if a woman is being nice to you and trying to get you to be nice and open up to her, I would only view that with suspicion. But anyways, the reason why women are obsessed with finding a strong man and are so turned off by any perceived weakness is because they themselves are super fragile and need to be protected. And in fact, the more attractive the girl is, the more fragile she is, which is what I'm going to be talking about more in the next video. However, that concludes this talk. Thank you for listening. I hope I mansplained that well enough for you guys out there. Be sure to share your own thoughts and opinions by commenting below. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and share these messages with everyone by sharing the video on social media and talking about these things too. And lastly, check out the links in the description below for other resources for your masculine and personal development and living the life you want to as an independent man. If you can afford to donate, please do so with the PayPal link below, because your support funds me doing this work and fighting the good fight for men like you. And you can stay tuned for the next video coming out soon, which will be on how attractive women are fragile. Make sure you're subscribed to be notified when that is. And until then, take care of yourselves, men. There's no woman out there who's going to.